There's complete chaos in the Pentagon right now. Complete and utter chaos. And you know who may be on the out? Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense. Let's talk about it. So, overnight, we learned that Pete Hegseth is so paranoid about potentially having leaks within his department that he has threatened top military officials with polygraph tests, including a previous acting Joint Chiefs of Staff chairman. That is significant, folks. But that's not all. Pete Hegseth used an unsecured, dirty internet line in his office in an effort to bypass Pentagon's security protocols in order to access signal on his personal computer. Now take a minute, take a step back, and think about why would the Secretary of Defense want to bypass Pentagon security protocols to use a platform and an app that his own security professionals have told him are could potentially open him up and the information he is sharing to exposure to foreign governments, to bad actors, to more. This connection, according to reports, exposed Hegseth's activity to the public internet without usual Pentagon protections. That means hackers could have theoretically gotten into Pentagon security, or rather to Hegseth's personal internet, his personal signal, and seen when he was messaging over Signal. Now, we know that Hegseth was messaging his wife, his brother, his personal attorney, a number of things from war plans to sensitive information about F 18 launches in Yemen and more. But that's all we know that is public. Just take a minute and imagine what we don't know. Now, before I continue, a lot of folks have asked how you can support this work. The easiest way to do so, click the button below, become a paid subscriber to my Substack today. Or you can support my work by sending a one-time donation via Venmo to Aaron-Parnas or PayPal to aparnas@law.gwu.edu. But folks, this Hegseth news isn't the only news of the day that you need to worry about. India and Pakistan, two of the world's nuclear powers, are on the verge of a complete and total war right now. So, taking a few steps back, if you don't recall, earlier this week, right before JD Vance's visit to India, there was a terrorist attack in the Kashmir province. India blamed Pakistan. Pakistan said it was a false flag. Now, if you know anything about the region, India and Pakistan have had significant and heightened tensions for years, for decades. So this is nothing new. But now the two of them are blaming one another. They are discussing the possibility of eliminating certain treaties. They're discussing the possibility of preventing Indians from traveling to Pakistan and vice versa. And while we're now on the verge of a potential shooting match between Indian forces and Pakistani forces, and here's why this is significant. Folks, these are two nuclear powers. Both of them have nuclear weapons. If they start shooting at one another, that could turn into a global conflict. And not enough people are talking about it right now. In addition, we're learning from Donald Trump today multiple things. He spoke with Time magazine. He said that his peace plan for Russia and in Ukraine includes Crimea being part of Russia. He said that President Zelensky, quote, understands that. Now, President Zelensky has publicly said otherwise. Trump emphasized that Crimea has been with Russia for a long time and is a key issue in negotiations. Well, when you think about it like that, folks, Crimea was invaded in 2014 by Russia. It has been occupied by Russia for over 10 years, so technically has been under occupation for a very long time. But Crimea has long been part of Ukraine. And the Ukrainian government has long said that any end to this war must include Crimea, along with all of the territories currently occupied in eastern Ukraine, going back to Ukraine. In that same interview, Donald Trump said he has made, quote, 200 deals after pausing reciprocal tariffs. What these deals are, though, that's unclear. Remember, Donald Trump has imposed reciprocal tariffs, 10%, on the majority of countries around the world. He said that he is waiting for trade deals to come to fruition. Apparently, he's made over 200 deals. He wouldn't tell Time magazine which deals he's made because none of them have actually been signed. Now, even though Donald Trump has repeatedly said he's in talks with China about tariffs, China actually released a statement saying, no, you're wrong. The United States is lying to you, and told the United States to, quote, stop creating confusion. Now, if you recall yesterday, I told you that Donald Trump put out a statement on Truth Social pleading with Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, to stop striking Ukraine. And well, today, Russia launched another deadly wave of attacks on Ukraine, killing at least 8 people. A drone strike killed 3, including a child and an elderly woman, and injured 10 others. China has quietly eased some of its 125% retaliatory tariffs on US made semiconductors as it looks to protect its critical tech sector amid the ongoing trade war. The Trump administration is considering cutting the 988 Suicide Prevention's Lifeline specialized services for LGBTQ plus youth to reduce next year's mental health budget. Almost 2 dozen crypto wallets bought over 100,000 Trump meme coins worth over $100 million after promoters offered top buyers a chance to have dinner with the president. And California's economy has now become the fourth largest economy in the world, surpassing Japan. Now, folks, on a more personal note, I wrote a piece last night saying that what we are living through right now is not normal, and it's important that we not normalize it. Well, that's the truth. Right now, we are living through very dangerous and very scary times. A lot of folks reach out to me on a daily basis telling me how nervous and how scared they are. I get it. I feel it. I see your pain. I feel your pain. And I want you to know that you're not wrong. We're not living through normal times right now. We are living through times where we have someone in the White House who is actively targeting journalists, who is actively targeting the free press, who is actively targeting the First Amendment as a whole, who is deporting people he doesn't like, who is bypassing lawful Supreme Court orders. And it's important in a time like this that we have a strong free press to combat what the White House is doing. And I promise you that no matter what happens, I'm always going to continue this work. I will always stand with you. I will always stand firm against the lies and against the threats from the administration, even if they try to come after me. And I promise you that together, we are going to get through this. I know it's a scary time. I know it's not fun right now for a lot of people, but I promise you that we're going to get through it together. So stay tuned for more.